welcome to this pick a card reading. Well, pick a pile reading, because there's paper also, it's not just card. And crystals. Pick a card, paper, crystal reading. 3 groups, and 1, 2, 3. First group. Cute little dude. Second group. This cute little dude. And this guy does stand up. He just doesn't want to sometimes. He's got a big belly, you know? He's got a big belly. Sometimes he just wants to topple over. And group 3. Okay. Let me move these 2 out of the way and we'll begin with pile number 1. Sit down first. Ah! I'm getting caught on my blankie. Well, I don't know if you can call this a blanket. Okay. Pile number 1. Welcome in. Where should I put your little mascot? You know what? I'm just remembering this guy is especially special. Oh, let me just move my incense. Okay. This guy is especially special because a while back I kind of like assigned him to being like the mascot of this channel. before this channel became what it is now, or what I intend it to be. This guy was the mascot. And I did name him, and I think he had a cool story. Yeah. The thing I want to start off by saying with you is, first of all, there's like a need to go, or there is something that you are wanting to create but that you're holding yourself back on. This guy, like I said in the intro, he can be upright, but he kept not wanting to be. So I feel like for you it's like you know that you can stand tall, but you keep kind of pushing yourself down. It doesn't necessarily, when I started saying it during the intro, it kind of felt like oh, he's just, you know, he has got a big belly, he just wants to rest. But I think that may be an excuse you're giving yourself. Like, you're giving yourself reasons as to why you're not following through with something, as to why you're not showing up in the way that you truly want to be showing up. Because the primary thing I felt to begin with this was that you are holding yourself back. That's basically it. So the way I've kind of done this reading is, as I was getting your cards, I was getting messages. I didn't intend it, but it's like I was getting messages as I was playing the cards, and I wanted to pull them off camera because it just seemed fun. And I was like, I was listening to a pick a card reading myself, and the messages I was getting was like, oh, okay, I need to write this because I want to remember. And then I ended up just having a piece of paper for each, which I kind of like. Oh, that reminds me, I need my pencil and paper to be able to draw if I want. Which, ooh, okay. there seems to be a lot about this pile about feeling unprepared. It's like you want to do something, but everything just seems like, Let me just get my paper. And it was right beside me. I thought that it was like really far away, but it was right there. Which again just feels like you literally can just stand up if you want. You can just do the thing you want to do if you want, but you're not. Or maybe you are, but you still kind of feel wavering, or you haven't fully committed, or you don't fully believe that you'll be able to stick with it, something like that. So the first thing I got from your pile was this spiral energy. I guess let's get into the cards, and then I'll just kind of see how my notes go with it. I also want to note that for every single pile we had the patience card, and then it turned out that this reading, like I made the preparations yesterday, and then I ended up waiting till today, the next day, to film to do the readings. So we'll see how that comes about, but patience is embedded within all piles. So maybe for you it's about having patience with yourself when you don't feel ready. It's okay to not feel ready, like having that patience with yourself that it may take a few times to get up and to try and then to fail or fall over and just to keep trying. Okay, let's start with the cards in the bottom. Okay, I haven't seen these cards, so it's really exciting for me. I'm gonna stand up so I can see, so you can get a good look at these cards. So we have 33 Shark Spirit, Clearer Perspective. Akashic Gaia Gateway, Deepen Self-Knowledge, 4. I also want to note that I feel rushed. I feel like I'm remembering myself now, and myself is way more slow. It's okay. Yeah, I feel like maybe you just need to know it's okay. Clearer, the Shark Spirit talks all about your fears being, fears of standing up. Your fears being unfounded. It's like the Shark Spirit has been portrayed as a scary, or shark the animal has been portrayed in a negative light, so you may be making your fears, like exacerbating them, I don't know what that word is, making it bigger, making the fear bigger than it is. And it's not to say that you aren't valid in your fears, but it's just saying this is a very positive message of actually you are far more capable than you think you are, that you may fear the truth of who you are, but in actuality the truth of who you are is really wonderful. It's maybe more capable than you think you are. There's something I'm not quite getting there, but we'll get there. Deepen self-knowledge, yeah, so it's about the self. So a perspective that you have on who you are is actually like skewed. It's not in alignment with the truth of who you are. Oh yeah, you fear that there was a card that was hidden that didn't want to come out, and it was adventure and trust, and it felt like you really want to go somewhere, you want to do something, that you have some sort of goal, but you are holding yourself back from not trusting yourself. You just want to keep something under wraps, you want to just stay hidden, yeah, this was the pile. You just want to stay hidden, even though you're not like a Heidi kind of person at all. Maybe you believe yourself to be someone more like in the shadows than the truth of your vibrant soul. Okay, let's keep going with the cards. Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. I love this card for you because it's like, yes, you're very gentle in nature, but you're also very, like, it's yellow. It's like, you are very healing. Oh, yeah, we got the yellow. Yeah, I feel like yellow is such a soothing color for you. Yellow rules solar plexus, which is all about the self, which is all about standing in your power. It is the self-power. Yeah, my mind didn't want to, but the message is pretty clear with this one of like, I'm not really seeing it as animals. You may feel very connected to animals in nature, but something about also old ways of being. I feel like another reader would be so much better at describing the energy I'm picking up on here, but it's like ancient ruiny past history, the ways people used to do things. Maybe that is like you're a very natural mystic or something like that, like maybe you identify as like a witch or wizard or something very like shaman-y, that's something that's been done before and you really resonate with that. And now there's like something underground, like you're really good at I just heard like digging dirt, getting dirt on other people. I feel like that's like, I feel like what you can do is you can see other people's dirt, you can see people's struggles, and it's like you want to bring them to the surface in order to heal them. And I feel like maybe a big part of you does that because you're really trying to reflect that within yourself. You have deep parts of yourself that you feel and know need healing, like the dirt on yourself, but you keep that hidden, so then when other people hide their own like darknesses, you're able to see them, and you have like a desire to bring them to the surface and help them work through things, help them to heal. They're like, oh, maybe it's more about past traumas, like maybe this is about healing from your past, and maybe you feel afraid of looking at your past, or you feel afraid of seeing the truth of where you're really at. Maybe you depict yourself as far more healed than you really are. Like maybe you feel, because I'm seeing this card actually as very like turbulent, like a storm, an inner storm, an inner emotional storm. So it could very be I love that I'm saying this whole message like while standing up, and like I'm not settled still. I'm standing up, like getting ready to do these cards. I don't even know if these were in the frame while I was saying that, and I'm like holding the paper under my arm. Everything just feels a bit messy, and I think that might be something you need to accept within yourself. It is okay for you to be messy. Yeah, monkey goes with the adventure card that wanted to be hidden. So it really does feel like you're wanting to go somewhere, but you're really like the part of you that is required to take you there is the part of you that you are neglecting, or the part of you that you're afraid to look at. And it has to do with feeling unprepared or feeling like you're too messy to get there. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards of the unicorn deck. Compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. Okay, you are a healer. You just have a lot of love for others, and I think that may be kind of juxtaposed with yourself. I think maybe you're very harsh with yourself, but very nurturing, very loving with others, and it's just time to like flip that over. I'm laughing because like flipping it over so you be harsh with others and gentle with yourself. Oh, okay, maybe that is a message actually. I was thinking that was just funny because you're obviously going to be gentle with yourself and others still. But actually, maybe you need a bit more harshness with others. Maybe a part of what you're not nurturing within yourself is like not putting up boundaries or accepting behavior that you wouldn't wish on other people. There's definitely a need to honor your heart, honor your gentleness. Yeah, I think maybe you I think you are like trying to push so hard when the way for you to really make progress is far more gentler. Okay, now I feel like I've been like way too harsh with you. I feel like at the start I felt like you just needed like a kick up the butt. Like you just needed to get going. But maybe that's really what you've been feeling about yourself, like you just need to get going, you need to just push yourself. But there's so much about the heart here. Oh, wait, that's not about the heart, but it feels like you are entering into a phase of your life of gentleness, of being kinder with yourself and allowing yourself to rest when you need that. But I feel like let's get confirmation on that actually. I want to know if this is about you actually taking like physical time to rest more, or if this is more about the flow of life. I think it's more about the flow, the way in which like experience all life has to offer. It really feels like bringing in rest and gentleness and healing into your everyday. So it's not about like necessarily taking like a portion of your day and saying, okay, this is time for healing. It's more about extending healing energies throughout your day. We might get into in what ways to do that particularly in a bit, but I also want to mention like right now I kind of feel like crying, and if you need to cry, it's okay to, I feel like you need to know it's like okay to feel the way you feel, and it's okay to just kind of let everything go. Maybe you feel like you need to control your environment, and what you've really been called is to just let go. I feel like that is what's keeping you from really understanding who you are. The fact that you keep trying to hold everything together, but it's kind of getting to the point where you can't hold it all together anymore. And so you're being asked to embrace the change, or embrace the fluctuations of yourself, to embrace what you really need at this time. I feel like maybe you're pushing certain standards of what you think other people can do, and you're trying to say like, oh, I should be able to do this, this, and this, but in actuality, like, what do you need? Like, forget about everything. Forget about expectations, forget about what you think you should be doing. What do you genuinely feel that you need right now? And right now can mean, yes, in this moment, but And that's definitely, for some of you, you need something right now. But like maybe that's just a rest. Like you just need to literally lay down and rest. But for the majority of this energy, I feel like it's more like in life. Like maybe you've been going through a lot in life and you really just need time. You just need, it's not time, it's space. You need to give yourself more rest. That is the best way I can describe this. I don't want to be saying the word rest so much, because it's more like inner embrace. Like you really, you are being called to like coddle yourself, to feel, to give yourself like a nurturing space. That could be like spending more time in somewhere that makes you feel loved and nurtured. If you don't feel like you have that within like a home, for a lot of you, you can create that space within your home. Even if that's like making a den and bringing your like duvet inside it and just like creating a sacred space. Like, okay, I want to rest here. But if you don't have that, finding that rest either within your heart, feeling that, like using your imagination, for example, to go to a space within yourself that feels nurturing, but also like nature could really help you. I noticed that I'm kind of doing like the Reiki. Like I feel the energy when I'm doing this. So there's definitely something about you being very healing, and I feel like I don't want to speak too soon, but it feels like maybe you know you're very healing, but you're not extending that healing towards yourself, only towards others. Or maybe this is your call to extend that healing towards others. Maybe it's both. And it kind of goes with the spiral of maybe you feel it is like coming from a lot of rushed energy and just being again, allowing yourself to be in your center. There's something more to that. Let's get your other cards. I trust the present moment with 9 of Swords. Okay, I'm taking back the not using the word rest a lot, because you got 2, 4 of Needles is just 4 of Swords. I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. I really feel like you need to cry. 6 of Pentacles. I give and receive for the universal good. Yeah, there's so much about giving and receiving, obviously. But I feel like you are really overwhelmed, and you need to bring yourself back. Not to a space of analyzing or trying to fix or trying to get somewhere, but just bringing yourself back. It's okay. You're okay. You can receive right now. I think you're in a state that's really asking you to let go of the reins and take the carriage. Like, instead of being the one in the driver's seat, like go to the back and just rest. I feel like it's also really acknowledging why you feel such a desire to give all the time, perhaps, or to, it's not necessarily even giving to others, it's the energy of you are always like expending your energy out. Like, I feel like there's a need to come home to yourself, and that, yeah, you need to come home to yourself. You need healing, you need rest, you need to come back to yourself. You need me time. The final card is Queen of Wands. I feel like you may feel, oh, okay. A lot of you might find a lot of healing through your creations. Maybe rest to you isn't sleeping, but rest to you is creating, like painting or cooking or doing something. Usually I see this card more fiery, you know, but I'm feeling like the gentleness of it, the flow of life too. You have it's like that's how you'll rediscover your vitality. I feel like because you are naturally an out there, yes, okay. So many messages. I'm gonna sit down again. Okay. So I feel like you are being called to come back to yourself, to take time to rest, to rediscover what it is that you really want to be putting out there. So this could be in terms of a project. Maybe you need to step away from something you're working on in order to really understand, okay, why am I actually doing this? What was the core of my inspiration for this? Or a lot of you, there's going to be, you are a very service-oriented person, and you need to take time to yourself in order to rediscover your vitality, and remember that you can't give from an empty cup. With that Reiki message, if you are a healer, like as like a practitioner, I feel like you need to, or you're being called to, this message is a guidance for you to rediscover your source again. Because if you're trying to give, I feel like if you're trying to give right now, it's just making you more depleted, more stressed, more overwhelmed. There's a lot of overwhelm here, and the guidance is to replenish yourself. I'm actually going to look at what the Four of Needles says. The Four of Swords here says, I take the time to rediscover my vitality. My voice is really going. That's interesting. I feel like you just need to break down. I'm going to read what I put here, because I feel like there was a big shadow part. A lot of digging for the dark truth. What does that say? Ingrained. Maybe it is that you are trying to fix yourself rather than heal yourself. And you may be caught up in trying to understand why something happened, or why you are the way you are, rather than embracing what has happened and nurturing yourself through those emotions and accepting that you are the way you are. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what made you the way you are or the way you feel. It's just about okay, what can I do now? Yeah, because Nine of Swords is kind of like, this problem has got to a point where you can't really fix the problem anymore. You just have to deal with what you're dealing with. Yeah, it's a little bit like my throat of, I'm past the point of being able to heal it through drinking like honey tea or something. Like, it's actually clearing up now, but it's like, if you can't fix it, just find a way to deal with it. I'm not quite sure how that would look. It's like, it feels a little bit like you're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in, but if you don't have a way out yet, how can you make it better while you're there? How can you support yourself to the best of your ability while you're going through shit? while you're hurting, because I feel like you're in pain. And I'm sending this, see how like nurturing of a hug this card feels like? I'm sending you all that. Like, just a big hug. And know that like you have so much support and love embracing you now in high realms too. It's not just me sending you this love. There's so much love. I wrote, see something juicy, but not time yet. Maybe trauma / facing dark. You know, maybe I should have created these piles on camera, because I don't know what this means anymore. It's just words at this point. Intrigue. Back of the berries. Oh yeah, I heard, you know, the Hairspray song from a musical. One of the songs is the back of the berry, the sweet of the, and then it says juice, I believe. But I was hearing truth. So the back of the berry, the sweet of the truth. This feels like embracing what you know the truth is, and actually you see that as something very dark, and like it's over when you accept that. Maybe for some of you the truth is that something is over. Maybe you've lost someone dear to you, or you've lost something dear to you, and like you need to accept that it is over. But the guidance here is all that. Acknowledge where you really are at, and you can deal with that. You are capable of standing up again, but you're not gonna feel like you don't need to push yourself to stand up again. It's like you've broken your leg, and maybe what you were trying to do was like push yourself back up onto the broken leg, as opposed to understanding because you were trying to believe that you didn't have a broken leg. But the truth is, like, you need to accept that. You need to accept the dark truth. I don't know what that is, but there's something about yourself that you need to accept, or your situation. And once you accept that, I think for one, you'll realize that you are way more deserving of nurturance than you've been seeing yourself as, and also that it's way more adjustable, way more like you can deal with it way more easily than you may have feared. Yeah. For example, if you fear that you don't want to be with someone anymore, then acknowledging the truth of how you feel, it will feel so much like life will be life again. There's something about the truth of how you really feel right now is okay. You're allowed to feel that. In fact, you're being encouraged to feel that truth, and you are more than capable of of dealing with whatever needs to be dealt with. I feel like you think that there are more steps to take than there are. And I also feel like, yeah, you think, I think you think something is way harder than it is. And that you can't, like, it's too much to look at. It's too much to look at. But when you really look at it, you'll see, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't as hard as I thought if I come at it from a slower place. Maybe I don't really like the idea of this. But you know what, I feel like maybe it's necessary, or just helpful. If there's something you're dealing with that's really difficult, maybe you need to allow yourself like an unhealthy coping mechanism. Or maybe you've been trying to push yourself to deal with something without any way of like without any coping mechanisms. Oh my god, my voice. What if this is about you speaking up about something? Like speaking up about taking a big something off your plate. Like other people need to be responsible for something. You're not responsible for everything. I'm not sure about that. What was I saying? Let's look up at the Four of Needles. I can find the deck. Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Needles. Yep. At the back. Ah, yes, again, remember 4 of Needles comes after 3 of Needles. 3 of Needles is all about heartbreak. So you really maybe you've just ended something and it was very painful, or something, a painful truth has recently been brought to light for you. And maybe you're avoiding looking at that or remembering that because you think that it's too painful to deal with. And maybe it is very painful to deal with. But if you can approach this pain with more love, maybe that is like what I was saying, an unhealthy or any kind of coping mechanism, like, or coping, like, give yourself some grace. Like, if you know that you, like, for example, for me, I know that I use food as a coping mechanism to make me feel more comfort, and so I try to not reach for food when I am feeling low, because I know that it's just me trying to escape. But maybe you need that. Maybe you need your comfort. Maybe that is creating for you. Or maybe someone that you look up to can help you through this, and that this is about asking for that help. But yeah, let's read the 4 of Needles. The main message of this card is rest. Whether you're recovering from a recent battle or need to recharge and prepare for the future, it's time to pause and collect yourself. Yeah, I feel like I should have just read that, and that's the entire reading. I want to read the reversing case. Here, the restful energy of 4 of Needles card becomes static. Are you feeling stuck? Have you reached a plateau? It's important to shake yourself out of your routine. When you take a different perspective, you'll see you have all kinds of opportunities around you. I do feel the end of that, of if you take a different perspective. Let's read the Shark Spirit card, actually. Yeah. But if you take a different perspective, I feel like a gentler perspective, you will feel far more okay. You'll feel more okay. And you'll feel more revitalized, like you can give back again. Like if you are taking a break from something and you're like, oh, when will I get the energy to just go back again to if this is like for work, when will I be able to start working again? When will I be able to start like receiving clients again? When will I have that energy? But if you keep putting that expectation on yourself to be striving, then it's going to take longer because you're not truly resting. And the same goes for like if you have recently broken up with someone or lost someone or something close to you, if you're putting lots of pressure on yourself to like get back out there or to find the right person, you're probably prolonging this period of isolation or rest because you're not processing all that needs to be processed of the past, of what you're going through presently, of maybe why everything happened the way it did in the first place. It's not that you need to understand why, but feel why. Feel where you're at. I guess that's the main message. Okay. Shark spirit. Clearer perspective. Affirmation. I'm open to seeing my fears in a new light, as I may have perceived my reality in a way that hasn't been serving me. I'm letting that go so I can experience a new opportunity filled with love, joy, friendship, and peace. Who knows what is possible when I alter my perspective? It's 111. So it's 33 and on page 111. Sacred meanings. Face fears. Fear may be self-created. Deeper experiential education. I think I read that right. Change your perspective, alter your beliefs, become more introspective, awaken to the creativity of infinite possibilities. How exciting that the shark spirit has surfaced for you. The sacred shark spirit is one of the most misunderstood fish in the sacred sea. Maybe part of it, this pain is surrounding being misunderstood. Like maybe you are the shark spirit that has been misunderstood by others and also misunderstood by yourself. And because of that, you don't let yourself do what you know feels right for you to do because you fear that you are wrong and you fear being misunderstood again. But perhaps you're being invited to see the clearer perspective of actually it's just being you that hasn't been understanding yourself because you haven't taken the time to understand yourself, or just maybe you have tried a lot but there's something within you that's still calling you to accept that part of yourself, the part of you who you really are, and that accepting that part of who you really are will enable you to flop back over again, to stand up. Yeah, and if you need something to lean on, like, I think this is, like, part of your misunderstanding, maybe, is thinking that you have to do it all alone, or you have to have no support, like you have to do it the hardest way. I think that might be it. I wonder if you think you have to do it the hardest way rather than the easiest way. You should know that there's, like, you can do the easiest way if you want. If that feels right to you, then by all means take the easiest path. Okay. This epic being of strength, power, and force has a majestic message for you. What you think you may be seeing may not actually be real. Contemplate aspects of your life that appear to be filling you with fear, and use the sacred sea ritual. Oh, yeah, that was the message also. You may think that other people won't understand you because you haven't accepted that part of you, and you've basing that off the past of people not understanding you, probably. But you might find that people do understand you this time round. Or that through understanding yourself, you eventually will find those who will understand you. Contemplate aspects of your life that appear to be filling you with fear, and use the sacred sea ritual to dive deeper into this introspective self-discovery. You may be shocked by what you uncover. Are they really truths, or are they actually self-made or society-based myths? Sharks are kind, docile, peaceful creatures that are, maybe you believe that you're way harsher than you are. Like, maybe you don't acknowledge just how gentle you are, just how soft you are, and maybe because you don't acknowledge how soft and gentle and like squishy you are, you treat yourself as if you were like a tougher being. But maybe you're not a tougher being, maybe you are a squishy. And so if you really accept that you're a squishy, how will you treat yourself differently then, if you accept the way you actually are? Okay, I think that felt very right. Even being able to shift your fears around the actual shark spirit essence can transmute eons of misguided fear and suffering within your own personal life, along with the collective consciousness. What fears can you face to make your reality a more peaceful place? Yeah, I feel like it's your desire for peace. You desire peace and love and healing and gentleness, but you don't give that to yourself. And you think that you should be able to handle things that you just can't handle, maybe. Maybe that was the message that I was trying to get through about maybe you need to use unhealthy coping mechanisms. What was that? You feel like you have to use unhealthy coping mechanisms. No, that wasn't it. It was... God, it'll come back. But in case you want to do the ritual. Okay. Let's get a couple of these now, while I agonize in the pain of not remembering what I was trying to say about that coping mechanism. Any more? Okay. I feel like maybe because you're raring to go, because you're an adventurous soul, like maybe you honor that part more than you honor the part that is afraid to go, or that needs more support as you adventure. So it's like it's so much harder because you're trying to push yourself to do something that you feel afraid of, as opposed to allowing yourself more grace, as opposed to seeing that, oh, I do feel afraid of this. What can I do to help me feel more afraid of this? Because it's okay that I do feel afraid. It's just about accepting the way you do feel. Let the universe work through you. You're completely a channel, aren't you? I wish I could see more of how this plays out. Let the universe work through you. You are... Yeah, just that Reiki thing of you're a healer. It feels so healing, like wink wink. I love the wink wink card. I mean, paper. Don't look back. Determination. Go for what you want. Truly. What do you really want? And we've kind of gone back. So I feel like the message at the start is more relevant now. You may even want to go rewatch that now, the beginning, or just recall that within yourself. Like, once you accept that you are gentle, maybe this is about accepting that you're very malleable to energies. Like, you are a channel, you are empathic perhaps, you're just very sensitive to energies. So it's like, okay, if I am sensitive, I need to do something to protect that or to ground myself more. something. Yeah, there's just something about you being very, very, very what, Spirit? Wink, wink. I feel like you know. I feel like maybe you know what this message is about. I feel such a need to like keep going, but I think I'll leave it there. I hope this message has brought you something. I hope that you will find your inner cool dude, because that's what this guy is, isn't it? The coolest dude. Focus. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Bye bye, pile number 1. I love you. Now, on to pile number 2. Wonder if anyone is still here, or if this is just me all alone. I'm never alone. I have way too many chatty guides for that. Mischievous guides. Very mischievous guides. A couple of them at least. Just cleanse the space. Cool. Ching ching. Actually, you know what? Before I set the timestamp to begin this pile, let me read this. Ugh, so many words. Oh yeah, rush. Lots of energy. I can't be bothered to. Okay. Welcome in, pile number 2. The cute little pink dinosaur. Rose gold. Oh no, pile 1 is still there. Okay, welcome in, pile 2. Okay. Let us begin by looking a bit at your paper. I will just say a few of the things that are popping out. My brain does not want to read right now, so I'm just gonna kind of see whatever I feel like. First of all, I don't know how this is at all relevant, but I really needed to pee. Slash I felt really rushed, and like this pile had a ton of energy and very like mentally stimulating when I was getting the cards for this. It felt kind of dark, but kind of like the word philanthropic came to my mind. I don't know what that means, so I will not be able to to bring that into the reading, and I did not look it up, as I just realized now I could have, but I don't want to. It's funnier that I don't know what it means. Comfort beyond the void, gentle guidance. As soon as you drop from mind to heart, all is well. Allow it to take time. You don't want to be here, you want another realm. Somewhere calls you beyond worlds. Almost felt like the cards didn't matter. Oh yeah, I felt like the cards, it didn't really matter what I was getting. And I feel like that is the same thing, like, what I'm feeling in this energy is like, I don't want to read this. Like, nothing matters. I feel like you don't want a message, or you just are kind of, maybe you're feeling very depressed, or like life is meaningless, or you just have an energy of I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care. Almost felt like the cards didn't matter until I realized you wanting... Oh, yeah. I felt like maybe you feel very, I don't care. Maybe this is about someone in particular, or something in particular, like a work, or like you don't care about your career, or you don't care about the partnership you're in, or about certain people, or certain projects, or I don't know, anything to do with life, something you feel neglected by. And the reason that you are having these very strong feelings are because you really wish it was quality. You wish, like, I think that you have an idea that like nothing surrounding that realm of life is good. Like, say you are in a partnership and you feel like you don't care, like you're just kind of depressed around that person, or you've kind of given up around that person, then you've also developed the mindset of no one is good. Not just this person, but no one is good for me, or no one can see me, or like nothing. It's the same with like a creative project. If you feel lack energy towards one, it's like you feel lack energy towards any possibility of any other creative projects. Hope that makes sense. Which is very interesting because this is kind of the opposite. Like I was saying at the start, like there's a lot of energy, but now it's kind of like no depletion. But no, it's not depletion. It's like you have a lot of energy to give, but you have nowhere to give it. It's like if this is a person, then you have so much love to give, but they're not meeting you. They're not coming to receive it. And I think that may be kind of making you pile in on yourself. So I think for you, it might be about recognizing where you're trying to, you're putting expectations on something to be something it's not, and then you're getting disappointed by that. Yeah, this pile has a lot of disappointment energy. Yeah, so the thing I said about how I felt like the cards didn't even matter, I think that was, I just really wanted to be with you, or I felt like you didn't want me to be looking at the cards, you just wanted me to be with you. And maybe you're in a relationship where they don't really, or whatever this is, the other thing isn't giving you the time and energy that you really want. Someone's not looking at you, or someone isn't valuing you, or something doesn't make you feel seen. Yeah. You need someone to simply be with you. Yeah, like come to me. Like you need to, and I've written it could be that you need yourself to be with yourself. Like you need to stop doing other things and just be with yourself. But I don't think that. I think that more than anything, this is about recognizing where people aren't meeting your needs, or where certain areas of life aren't fulfilling to you, and maybe questioning how you can communicate that, or change that, like make changes, or consider if that's really something you want to be continuing, if you want to hold in your life anymore. And then I got insecure and doesn't want to learn, or do and don't want to learn. I can't remember what that is. I feel like you know what, actually, let's get into the cards, but there's just a bit of an energy of you want to make progress, you want to change things, but you also really don't. And I think maybe the part of you that don't is the part that is really insecure within yourself. Like maybe you don't believe you deserve more, and that's why you're not asking for more. So you're kind of just in a limbo of nothing is changing. I'm not getting my needs met, but I'm not doing anything to get them met either. It's maybe kind of, I don't want to be too harsh because I understand that this may be something really difficult to deal with, and that if it, like, you might be feeling a lot of disappointment around things that you really love, and that's not something that's easy to go through. So please give yourself the kindness that you need right now. Okay, I think I'm kind of done with that paper. I'll put that over here. Okay, fair warning. No, I won't stand for you. I was gonna stand, but I won't. Let's go with crumbling. I'm not even gonna show you your cards up close. I feel like it's not as important, or you got so many too, which is really interesting, since I felt like that energy of it doesn't matter. Yeah, the crumbling, what are you clinging to? And whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Yeah, I think that something needs to end because it's no longer serving you. Yeah, and this may well be to do with family, or those that you consider as family, and it may be time to speak up. It doesn't necessarily need to mean letting go of the person or this thing, but it's certainly about expressing your needs, whether that be expressing your needs with this current family. I'm just gonna go with it's family. If it's something else, you can just kind of put that in. With these people, this person, even if you don't want to let go of them, like, it's your choice, of course. You are being called to get your needs, like, express that you have needs that aren't being met. But if you've already tried, maybe it's about questioning if this is really something you want to keep in people that you want to keep in your life or not. Boundaries, yeah. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So that is just going off what I said again. Are you allowing people to treat you in ways that you don't wish to be treated? Or are you extending yourself in a way that you don't want to be extending yourself? I feel like this is more about what is being brought to you or what is not being brought to you. Like, boundaries don't have to mean like saying no to people. It can be recognizing that, like, if someone is just not spending time with you, for example, there's nothing to say no to, but you can have boundaries recognizing, okay, I want more time with you, and then recognizing if they're not willing to, if they don't want that also, then how can you get those desires met elsewhere? And obviously using your discernment, you know your situation best and what is right for you and your community or your situation. Third eye, you know. I think that this may be something that has been piling on for a while, and it has caused you much grief, and it may be really, you may feel quite harmed in this situation at this point. Trust, yeah. Trust that you'll be okay also. Leap into the unknown, have faith and move forwards, believe you will fly. Yeah, you really may be letting go of some people that you love and cherish, and this is about knowing that you'll be okay. You will be okay. Is that in the view? Yes. Oh, I'm going for the top now, apparently. You got a lot of these animal cards. Yeah, in the back, inner knowing again. I don't think that I need to guess upon the situations. I think you very much know what this is talking about, And I think you also know that it may be time to leave, or it may be time to take some strong actions. However, the energy I'm feeling is this connection is no longer serving you. More than that, like, I don't want to be giving you this is what you should be doing, right? What I really want to guide is, how are you feeling in this connection, in this situation, and is that what you want to be feeling? And I think again, you already know, but maybe you needed confirmation that yes, your feelings are valid. You're allowed to want more. You deserve more. You deserve what your heart desires. You deserve to be treated well. Pile number 2. You deserve so much love. You deserve so much love. And if you're not receiving that love, then why are you staying in a place that you're not receiving that love in? Evolution. Yeah, it's not to say that this is something easy, but I think that you will find so much inner growth with this transition, or in this situation even, no matter what you decide to do. I think you will find a lot of self-empowerment through this. You will understand who you are more also, but more so it's like this is a whole new phase of life. Like, this may, especially if you have centered a lot of your life around this person, this thing, you may feel very attached to them, around like, this is who I am, and like, who am I without them? So I think this is, in more ways than one, this is going to really activate your own sense of self, and maybe a direction in life too. Macabre. Oh yeah, I remember this coming out now. This is the only card that I saw because it like flipped out. The frequency of macabre supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experience into our present to serve our highest purpose. Not gonna lie, I blanked out as I read that. I was born at 8:32. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but born! Maybe this is like a rebirth for you. It has a lot of dense energies, and I wouldn't be surprised if you were in the midst, like, even if you have just ended something, like if this is a situation that's already completed, I feel like you're not necessarily in the like clarity part of it. You're still like, you're in the in-between phase. I feel like maybe you haven't quite made the leap, you haven't quite made the decision, and you're looking for that confirmation of your feelings, or like, is this really what's right for me? Trust your knowing. I think you really know what you know. I'm gonna look at this. Feels, the way I saw it was, we're not one and the same. You may have thought this person was someone very, very similar, or the same, or you may have projected your own. It's like you wanted them to be the orange tiger also, but they're a white tiger. I feel like maybe seeing the truth of this person or this situation, like, a big part of your healing will come through recognizing who other people really are, and what you really want, and what you really deserve, and how your actions are a direct reflection of what you believe about yourself. do you believe you deserve this, or do you know that you deserve more? And again, I don't want to be harsh, because I recognize that we love, like, I may be saying it from my perspective, you need to leave this person because, or this situation, because it is not beneficial for you. But I don't know your situation. This is just like, these are cards. I also I have more of an outsider's view. I don't know the depth of connection you have, so I can't, I feel like I'm not coming at it with the amount of compassion that maybe deserved you, because I'm just seeing that you are being hurt, or that you're not honoring yourself. And that's it. This is, a lot of this is just honoring your own, what you see, what you know, inner knowing. I will read the bottom of these, because I think they might have some messages for you. So let's bring this one up again. Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So yeah, again, with that energy at the start of the reading, it could very well be that you have a lot to give, and you're not with people who want to receive that, or want to give back the same amount as you give. Yeah, I feel like the main message is this, is you have so much to give. So find the place that you can give that. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forwards with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Like, you can do it. You have so much to give, and you're in a space where the doors are open. The doors are open. Dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. Yeah, the lotus. And again, evolution. Like, there's a lot of, and macabre, and inner knowing. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of change. Grizzly bear, power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Yeah, again with the intuition and power. That's kind of the whole reading. Intuition and power. So it's like merging the feminine with the masculine. Having your knowing of what you feel needs to be done, and doing it because you know that you did. Just because you know. And you can. You can. No matter how difficult the situation may be, you are fully capable. And we already read this, but I'm going to read it again. Inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Yeah, let yourself fly. And there are people who will reciprocate. Okay. That's that. Oh, you know what? Let's get some of these before. These are just some notes that I write for myself and would like to use for you too. Okay. I am wise and I have value to incite others with. So if this is a career again, also, okay, the first thing I was gonna say was, if this is a career, going where you're appreciated. But I'm feeling for most of you that this could be like this step you're taking. If this is letting go of someone, you will, like, what you learn through this, how you navigate this, is gonna be something that you can help others go through when they go through it, but also that it's something that like, you just, again, with the knowing, like, you, even if you don't have a lot of physical proof as to why this is right for you, I think that you are just able to sense what is right for you. Rainbows, if you look up. Yeah. So while it may be raining, while it may be stormy, you're not doing this for nothing, right? You're doing this because you want the rainbows, because you are the rainbow that wants acknowledging, because, oh, look at that popping out. It's a tiny one. Yeah. The storm is birthing a rainbow. Believe you will fly. Like, you are going somewhere. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Let life in. Let it, yeah. I feel like if you've been resisting this situation or this truth, it's about, no, this is not about the situation. It is about the acknowledging the situation. But I think more than that, it's, again, going with the rainbows. If you look up, like, you're gaining so much through this. Yeah, that's what this is talking about too. I'm wise and I have value to incite others with. You're gaining so much through this. Not only is that on, like, a practical level of what you can help people with, and the blessings of, like, people who do respect you. I think more than any of the tangibility, it's about what you're gaining within yourself through this. Like, not necessarily wisdom, but it's more like your sense of self, or your, like, you hold yourself to a more loving degree, or words. I love that. If someone came to you with this, what would you advise? So, again, you've got two papers on, you have guidance that you can give others, and like, this situation that you're going through, you will be able to help others with this. Even, I think it is going to be tangibly, but it may, for some of you, maybe it will just be energetically. Your presence in the world is a blessing, and you are helping others, like, on an energetic sense. Like, you taking this step is being an energetic leader for the rest of the collective who need to take these steps too. It's like you make it that much easier for them. But also, I think this is talking quite directly, like, if you had a friend who came to you and told you the same situation that you're in, but about them, what would you tell them? You definitely know how to best navigate this situation. You're very wise, you're very seeing. My mind went to Karen. You're very magical. There's something very divinely magical about you. I feel like also it's like you have such high standards, and then you're letting people in without those high standards. But this is about coming back to you know what, I do have high standards, or I'm the shit. Like, you, it's like seeing how good you are. But I don't like the word good of it, but seeing your beauty. Yes. Ask for help. Others want to assist you. Do it. See if we can get that in. So maybe you do have people that you can talk to this about, or guides that you can talk to this about, or maybe you want to do another reading, search for more pick a card readings online for it, or really, I feel like maybe part of this is you can have people who would want to help you. You don't have to go this life without the support that you deserve. And it also is kind of just mirroring, like, there will be people who ask you for help, and you will want to assist them, and through this situation you're going through, you'll gain more ability to give them truly heartfelt advice. Truly advice that would actually work. Oh, maybe this is one moment. There's something about, maybe you're quite a channel. Maybe you are being guided to ask for higher guidance help. Maybe call in certain guidance. I'm kind of getting out of this energy, so I feel like that is it for your reading. Thank you for coming in, Pile 2. I hope that you got the message that resonated for you, and if not, I don't know why you stayed, but you do you. And I hope that you have an enlightening experience, and I hope that you look up to see them rainbows. Namaste. And I will continue to just leave the camera on, so you can just, click off, head away, or stay with me as I clear your pile. Up to you. Maybe that's a bit of your message too, like remembering your own power of will, like remembering that you get to decide this, and that while you can ask others for help, it is your own discernment that matters, your own wisdom. Maybe a lot of you need to recognize the wisdom that you actually have. Maybe that's something that person didn't recognize. Maybe it's not necessarily about letting go of someone, but about letting go of their grip on you. Anyway, I don't know why I'm carrying on. Maybe that was a message for the ones who remained. Hey, for all of you that stayed for that, bye bye. Yeah. Let us clear the space. Check the camera's still on. Yosh. Okay. welcome in pile 3. You are the cute little turtle. I'm going to begin by looking at the paper that I wrote some notes on while I was shuffling and getting your cards. So, I'm just gonna read them and see what comes. They might not make sense, or maybe they'll have something for you. Eager and funny. Ah, yes. I wrote this and got your cards yesterday. I forgot to mention this for pile number 2, but maybe it wasn't for them. For everyone, for all 3 groups, patience card wanted to be known. So take that as you will, but patience is an undercurrent for all the readings. So I wrote eager and funny, that's how you were coming across. Hide though you want to be seen. You love the spotlight. Oh, I'm beginning to remember more of your pile now. Yeah, you were coming across through the turtle as like you were hiding in the shell, even though you really wanted to be seen and out of the shell. And you kept making me giggle so much, and you were like begging for your pile to, like, for it to be your turn. So while I was shuffling pile 2, you made me shuffle some of your cards, and then I was like, you know what, no, this is pile 2's turn. Wait your turn. So then when I eventually did get to your pile, then you're like, no, I don't want it anymore. It's like, but maybe that is like, maybe you wanted the spotlight or you wanted something for a long time, and then when you got it, you're like, oh, I don't really want that anymore. Maybe you go searching for something else now, or maybe that was just like a joke. There was something very like cheeky and juvenile about your energy though. Oh yeah, I feel like you have or you're going through a current appreciation of art / colour / fullness / vibrancy in beauty / nature. One of the things that I had around my desk while I was shuffling for your pile, I kept being really drawn and seeing it in a new way. So I feel like you have a perspective that is really beautiful and kind of like dramatic or colourful. You like to be thorough, or maybe there's a calling now to be, no, I think it's you like to be thorough. The star card peeked through. By the time I feel like the star card is such a you card. We'll see where that goes. By the time the unicorns were ready, forgot, and new card. Oh yeah, so at one point I was shuffling, I think this was during doing pile 2s, but you were wanting my attention, so I came and I shuffled the cards ready for you, and then as soon as I was like, okay, it's the top card, then it's like no, and I kept being told to not take it, to not take it, to wait. So maybe this is about a situation that you've been in, you've been told to wait, or you've been making yourself wait, and then by the time that it was actually time to get that card and it was your go, I had completely forgotten and I just started shuffling again. And did you even get, yeah, you did get a unicorn card, but it was a different one. It felt like, okay, this is not the same one anymore. So there may be something that you've been wanting for a long time, and you kind of made yourself wait until you're more ready, or you made yourself, or you are currently making yourself wait for something until you're more ready, or until you're at a different time in life. Like waiting, save the best till last kind of thing. Like, I'm like, you just want to keep it for the perfect time. But this guidance is all like, no, there's no perfect time, because by the time you get to that space where you see now as your future you is ready to take it, by the time you're there, you no longer want that. You want something else then. Or you've just forgotten about that completely. Or it's just you need something else. So we'll see where that message goes. But let's get into your cards. This could be about people. There could be someone that you are not making moves on because you want to wait until you've accomplished something, and by the time you accomplish that, you don't want this person anymore, or maybe they have gone away by that point. They're not available anymore, something like that. This is also talking about, let me show you this card. Yeah. This card talks about seeing one another in great depth. I want to read from that. There's Izzy Ivy is the author, and she's amazing. In my personal opinion. 29. Okay. Harmonic flight, seeing the divine in the eyes of another, relationship with deep bonds, karmic connection, clearing illusory projections. Oh, that might be something. We'll see. Life-changing connection, transmuting dissonance, removing heart armor, being seen, teamwork. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another and our armor drops. When we meet another being present in the moment with no stories, judgments, or insecurities. Yeah, okay, that's all we need. I think that you are waiting until, I think that you have someone on your mind or something on your mind that you think that you don't yet deserve, and that you are waiting to deserve it. And by the time you deserve it, you won't want it anymore, or it won't have the same, you'll realize that it didn't give you what you wanted it for. Something along the lines of, we'll see if the message is going to be like, don't wait, or if the message is like, look at where this is coming from, like, why are you taking the actions or the inactions that you're taking. In essence, I think this is saying that you don't feel on the same level as something that in essence there is no level of. Like, maybe you see someone as above you, and in actuality you and they are seeing could see eye to eye. Priestess of Purity. Sea Goddess of Momentum. And we've got Crystalline Purity and Consistent Communication. Ooh. Yes. I think that, I wonder if this could be someone you're dealing with also. Remember, this doesn't have to be you. So take it, kind of switch around the message as I'm saying it if you feel like it's someone else and not yourself, like someone you're dealing with. But I think that you perhaps are not being clear with your intentions, and that you are communicating from a space of fear rather than a space of authenticity. With Priestess of Purity and consistent communication, I feel like you're being guided to... Yeah, I feel like you're holding back because you think that, like, someone wouldn't want you to... Like, a really simple example is you only message someone every now and then, even though you really want to be messaging them, like, all day, every day. And you're being asked, like, why the inauthenticity? why do you feel... The example is like two people holding themselves back from each other, and one person just needs to make the move so that the other person can meet them, or not meet them, and then you can find someone else who would meet you. And I know that's scary if you really want, if you have expectations on wanting a certain person to fulfill your desires, but the universe will show you, like, bring you exactly who you need. So show them what you need. Oh, we've got 14 and 28, so like 14 doubled is 28, which kind of feels like both of you, I think both of you in this, if this isn't a connection, you may want to be switching a lot, or you may want to try go in for a different reading. I think that both of you in this connection are acting from fear and not from the truth. If you were your most authentic self, what would you be doing? And I think that the person on your mind is doing the same thing as you. Like, you might both be thinking that the other person wouldn't be interested in you if you really showed them everything that you wanted. And consistent communication just keeps making it like a momentum. It's like you want to go faster maybe, and you're afraid that they don't want to go as fast as you, but actually they likely do want to go just as fast, but both of you are holding back. This is a cheeky energy, isn't it? This is what the hiding is! Oh my god, no, it's coming together. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, yeah, it's like both of you are hiding in your shells, even though you really want to be seen. Oh, I love this. I think also, yeah, this is interesting because I was feeling like I was putting so much expectation on this reading to be about, like, more about self, or like, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting like a relationship reading. So my own expectations didn't allow me to see the truth of this reading. It made it harder to get to, and I think that's exactly what you're going through. Your own expectations of what you think this person wants from you is like keeping you from having exactly what you want. I feel like what you want is at your fingertips, or even if, like, I don't want to say like this person definitely wants this, because the universe might have plans for like someone else, that if you did express this desire for more communication, then like someone else might come and fulfill that need, and you would be even happier there. But what I'm really feeling is the person on your mind and you, like, you both want more, and you both want more. That's why this energy was so giddy and giggly, because I feel like this could be like a new connection, and you're just, or even if it's not a new connection, you have that like excitement of a new connection. Like, your relationship may be like in a new kind of more childish era phase, where you just want to talk, you just want to be together, you just want to make moves. This is a reading of you want more, and you just gotta do it. The star peek through, yeah. It's like you think that this could be something really special, but you maybe are holding back from fear, like, oh, what if they don't think it's as special as I think it is? What if they do? Oh yeah, maybe this is also like holding yourself back from this person, but maybe you're afraid that if you fully go into it, you'll be disappointed, and that you won't want it anymore. Maybe you, like, there's just some sort of message of, like, sorry about my squeaky table. I don't need to apologize for my squeaky table. Squeaky table is a character in of itself. Maybe you feel like that, like like a squeaky mouse, like you just want to like yap off to them, and you're afraid that you're just like a side noise, not a noise that they love and cherish. Yeah, and I feel like the message at the start of like you see the beauty in the world, I feel like that is maybe they see the beauty in you and you see the beauty in them. Like, or maybe this connection makes you feel like you see the beauty in the world again, or that like color is returning to life. So we've got Ace of Needles, 5 of Presents, and the star. Wait, what? I think the star popped out, or like I saw the star, and then I don't remember if I told you, pile 3, that I shuffled and did all these last night, and now I don't remember a lot of what happened. But I think the star like popped itself out, and then I kept shuffling, and then it came out. So that feels a bit like what you're doing. Like maybe you're just kind of testing the waters, and you're like feeling like, oh, this could be something more, and then later you see like, oh yeah, it is something more, or then you fully dive into it. And it could well be that you fully dive into it and realize that actually this isn't what I wanted. I feel like that's your fear. I can't decide if that's the truth or if that's the fear. I guess we'll see as we go, but Ace of Needles, 5 of Presents, and the star. So this is Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. It could be that you feel like you want more communication, and that like you want more. I just keep feeling you want more communication, and because of maybe their lack of communication, you feel like they don't care about you. You feel a bit neglected, but you still have that like hope. You still really want this person. So I feel like the next cards might be more like advice. So we've got Kangaroo, be a force for good. Is that? Yeah. Owl. So I feel like that Kangaroo feels so innocent to me. Like it, and also being the ones that like carry their, are they called joeys? Or is that like just what kangaroos are called? I feel like joeys are the babies, right? I feel like you might be called to be the mama who like be the leader in the situation. But mostly it feels like follow your heart. And sometimes that's like it's the simplest message, follow your heart. And sometimes it can be a bit like, ugh, to hear that. But that feels like it. There's something more to it, but I feel like follow your heart would really, I'm hearing like enlighten this situation. It could definitely be that it's not really about what you do. It's more about seeing the truth of how you feel, the truth of what you see in them. Maybe you've been avoiding looking at how you really feel about them because I don't know about that, actually. I don't know about that. Just keep going. Whee! Earth Dragon. Clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forwards in life. Yes, you can move forwards in life. I feel like that is, you can be the one to create, you can have the relationship you desire. So even if you don't have someone on your mind, recognizing that maybe the parts of you that like, should you get a new interest, like, how would you act? And is that how you want to be acting? Is that attracting the kind of person that you really want? So again, if this isn't relating, even if this person doesn't feel, if there is a specific person in mind for you, if this person doesn't reciprocate, if you start talking loads to them with your heart, what you really desire, and they don't meet you in the same way that you want to be met, then that's great. It means that you've seen, like, oh, maybe this isn't who I want to be with. Maybe maybe the world has someone, there's someone better for me. This card is just all about, you can take action. You can be the one. And also it just feels like an omen of this connection is, if you've had anything that has actually prohibited the, like, as much communication, like if say one of you is working a lot and you've been unable to have that communication that you've been wanting, and you felt kind of left out in the cold for that, I feel like the star and this card are assuring, like, the things that have prohibited your connection are clearing, and you will be able to have more of that communication, more of that union that you're desiring. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. That feels like the same energy of kangaroo to me, and again of, like, look towards the future. What do you want? What do you want to attract? And how are you sending, like, how are you acting? Are you acting in accordance to what you want or to what you fear? If you want more communication, are you communicating? Are you being that match? Are you living out your desires? Fire and Water Dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and move forwards quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. I want to read Goddess of Momentum because I know that is a powerful card about movement, and you've got a lot of movement here, so, but it's like there's a cool message in 28 in that card that I am not remembering. Okay. I will keep moving forwards day by day, moment by moment, and action by action. Yeah, there's a lot about action here. And in order to accomplish my dreams and make them my reality, I will take impeccable care of my mind and body so I can continue to do what I love and create a life I love living. Yeah, this is all about creating the life that you want to live, and you fully have the capacity to do that. And if that is, again, being with someone, are you showing up to that relationship in the way that you would want to be showing up to your ideal relationship? And if you're blaming the other person, saying that you can't because of them, is that someone you want to be with? Or is that simply your own mind projections and coming from fear, rather than recognizing the truth of, oh, actually, maybe I could show up in the way that I want to be. And maybe that opens up the gate for them to be reciprocal. Maybe I haven't given them the chances that they could meet, that they could, maybe I haven't given them the chance to show me who they really are. Devoted actions. Keep moving forward, steadfast focus, take good care of your mind and body, take small actions that add up to your dreams. Yeah, this is all about day by just small changes to your relationship, small changes to the way you live in order to align with who you want to be. Stay full, stay fueled, remain inspired, don't quit, you are meant for this. I'm gonna just glance over this. Yeah, okay. This is that card. This card is all about you have what you need to make. You have all the power. This is a reading of very much of you can take action. Anger. So perhaps you're feeling very frustrated at this person or your situation for the situation. Like, safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotions as sacred. It's okay to be frustrated, but you can also use that frustration as fuel to take the actions that you want to take. Like, if you're feeling like, oh, I've just had it. I've had it with all the slowness or the lack of momentum. Use that frustration as fuel to create momentum. Magic, and see what follows. Like, I feel like for you, just one small action could open up your whole world. So magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's like, yes. See, I mean, I am willing to bet that this person feels that you will be successful. This is just, Six of Wands is the card of success. And I was just gonna say, like, you can be successful. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Oh yeah, remember, I forgot. This is, you are the pile that wanted to be seen. So take action to being seen. Allow people to see you by putting yourself out there. Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, origin. Yeah, you literally got initiate. Come on, if this isn't initiating a new, like, degree of closeness with someone, then I don't know if you've got the right reading. I love that. Beginning, like, you want a new beginning and you can create it. Yeah. And the final card is Go Within. There is a message that I'm not getting. I wonder, is one of you pregnant? I just saw, like, the circle felt like that. Go Within. I felt like, yeah, there's something about these three cards, and it's that orange again. Could it be that some of you want the next step of the relationship to be, like, closer intimacy? Or, and you need to make that move? Like, you've been waiting for them to make the move, but, like, you can do that? I feel like you know what this will be about. Go Within. Let's read that, because I have no clue what that's talking about. Other than it being like you have the power. No matter how much you have learned or how much you are seen to be trusted, to be the trusted one that, oh my god, I can't read. No matter how much you have learned or how much you are seen to be the trusted one that others go to for help and guidance, you must always remember to give something back to yourself. Guardian spirits are telling you that you are also a sentient being, and as such, you will at times require regeneration from the healing powers of the universe. Meditation is good for mind and soul, And allowing yourself to be still when required will bring balance and contentment, which in turn will create clarity and peace. The inner you is your environment, so remember to treat yourself well. Okay. I feel like I didn't quite get what I wanted from that. Doo-ka-doo-ka-doo. You tell me, what is this reading about? Because I feel like you might be able to, like, you might know. Huh. What is this? We'll get your little paper cards. These are notes that I have been creating for years, just for myself. So it's kind of cool that I get to now share them with others. I love that they can like stick to me like that. It's so fun. I'm getting frustrated now. I'm like, tell me. Maybe you feel that about the person, like you just want them to tell you something. Yeah, I feel like you are just waiting for something to come to you rather than going to it. First, peace. Yeah, that's what this card is about. Maybe for you to know how to take the next steps, you first need to be gentler with yourself and to find, like, come back to that, to how you really feel. Like, rather than taking action from the frustration, is coming back to what you really want and coming back to the love, or coming back to the desire in the first place, rather than what you have kind of created over the desire. Like if you have the love and then you're frustrated that love isn't seeming to be reciprocated, rather than taking action from that frustration, allowing the frustration to show you how you really feel, like you're frustrated because you love them, and coming back to, okay, from that space of I love them, then what can I do? Or what do I want to do then? Rainbows if you look up. Pile 2 had that, and I kind of wonder if, like, some of the energies felt like they could, like, pile 2 could come into pile 3. Who knows? But yeah, rainbows if you look up. I feel like, yeah, maybe you're really struggling in this situation, really wanting more, and this is recognizing that you have the power to create that more. Oh, that makes me like excited. I want to get a butterfly card for you. I mean, they're not actually called butterfly cards, but I want a card for you after we look at these papers. Do as I say and do as I do because I'm the best. That's the best. I love that one. Do as I say and do as I do because I'm the best. You know, coming from that do what I say, not as I do. But this is do as I say and do as I do because I'm the best. This is again like leadership. I felt like, I don't know if I even said that. I think I like half said it. Yeah, you can do as I say. It's like being like walk the talk. Yeah, it's being like it's both of them. Do as I say and do as I do. I wonder how many of these papers say almost exactly the same thing as another. ... Not this one for sure. Okay, this is so yours. I'll read it again. I wonder how many of these papers say almost exactly the same thing as another. Not this one for sure. This is... I wrote that because, like, a lot of these, for example, say, like, rest and meditate, but in different ways. And this card is actually the only card, or at least the only card I know for sure that says the exact same words. Like, there is a duplicate of this one within here. So it's literally like you're wondering if they would feel the same way as you, and it's like, well, this is the only one that has 2. You got the duplicate one. I'm willing to place bets that this person feels the same as you. Oh, that's exciting. That's so exciting. Okay, let's look at the butterfly deck, as I call it. Whispers of Healing. Maybe this will go with the first piece. Patience. I feel like that's really interesting, because this feels like such an action, like just do it, and the patience seems to be saying the opposite of that. What was I had the idea of what that patience card meant, and it's kind of gone already. It'll come back. Yeah, I'm finding I'm like talking a lot with this pile. I reckon you just want to talk, like a lot of you just want to talk more with this person. No, it's not just that. You have something you want to say. Barriers. 13. Respect. I laugh because it's such like a bold intention. Oh, you got a few. Strength and transform. There's an energy in this pile that I am just not picking up on. I don't know what it is. I hope you know, but so first off, I want to say don't write something off before you even try. I mean, with strength, that goes with just strength, intention, and respect. It just feels like, look, you feel something is in the way, but when you really honor what your feelings are, you can and intend to move towards that and have the courage to take those actions, you can transform this relationship. It could, I guess, for some be, I don't even want to say that. It's like you have the power, pile 3. You have the power. You have the power. I want one more card for you. What card shall we do? I mean, deck. Do you want animal deck? Do you want starseed deck? Do you want fairy deck? Let's go with the fairies, since not even since. I was gonna say since you're so bubbly and juvenile, but I felt like the fairy deck, and then I got that. Yeah, that's the message again. It's like, don't take action because you know what will happen from taking action. Take action because you want to take action, and then you'll get confirmation afterwards. Like, don't look for confirmation yet. Get the confirmation after. I guess a part of it is like, why are you, like, maybe you were trying to get a reading for, or like maybe you want to know what this person will say or how this person will react, but this reading is kind of like, no, find out yourself. And have fun with it, because why not? 9 of Cups, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Well, now I feel like what I said is just like Spirit is laughing at me, because it's like I'm saying, don't come to me for answers of if it's gonna work out, and then Spirit's like, it's gonna work out. 6 of Winter. Positive changes are on their way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, it's new, it's transformed, it's a new phase of life that you're moving into. And 9 of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labor. Protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. So 9 of Spring is 9 of Wands. Yeah, you just gotta keep going. There's I think maybe that's what I'm not picking up on. There's like an energy of struggle. Yeah, like there's a lot of underlying hurt that I think I haven't really been giving the time of day. I wonder if you aren't really sure what to do with that. Those emotions. Oh, we've got 2 of Cups on the bottom. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. You know, that's interesting. I started reading that in my head as like, falling in love or making a serious, I guess the word hadn't come, like a serious failure or a serious like regret or something. So don't give up, your relationship can be healed. Yeah, I feel like maybe for a lot of you have been with this person for a while and there are struggles going on, but you're being called to try and take those actions to healing the relationship yourself. And all is not lost. If you have, maybe this was about like, maybe you do have a child with this person and perhaps you are staying with them because you want that future for your child. There's just a lot of energy of the future is far brighter than you think, and this person wants to work with you, not against you, but you need to be willing to work with them also. Okay, I think I'll leave it there. I'm gonna leave it with that. Oh, we've got Unity on the back too, and this is actually the Hierophant card, I believe. But so maybe you are really wanting a commitment, more of a commitment from this person. However, what I saw for that really was like, you can unite. There may be a lot of struggle here. Things may not be going the way you want them to be going, or they might not be coming to you in the way you want them to be coming to you. But if you take those actions, I think that you'll see really great things. Yeah. I saw that as like, not keep your ducks in a row, but like your ducks will be forming the row, but like you might need to nudge a few of them in. Okay, that's the message we're going to leave on. Actually, turtles. Just nudge a few of your turtles into the row. Come out from hiding. Remember that beginning message of you want to be seen, you want to be in the spotlight. Come out from hiding. Choose this relationship if that's what you want to choose. But again, take time. Like that. Where was it? Peace. Peace and go within. Let's get them out. Because I think that might be what you need, like, right now. First, peace. Okay. Pile number 3. I hope that this reading has served you and that you feel more in touch with your inner world through this video. Have a lovely life. I hope that you find all of the connection that you know that you deserve, and that fills you with light and love. Namaste.